All right, says I'm up and running. Everybody's probably gone. Everybody probably went to the bar. I wouldn't blame them. I would not blame you. I hope everybody comes. I do not know. I do not know why it was so bad and why it's been kicking in and out. I don't know. That's like I said. I call it. See, now I'm up to full bars, but the computer was saying that I had full bars, but my phone was saying that I didn't have full bars. But I have now. I have full bars down here. So I went and shut that booster off over there because I'm wondering if that booster was like creating issues with like the Wi-Fi upstairs. You know, it's like if it's in a bad position or something. But yeah, it shut me down again and just wiped it out. But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't. It's got to be the AT&T stuff because I don't know anybody that just loses their whole stream that they're doing. But I mean, I don't know a ton of people that do ton that do streams. So it's kind of new to me. Um, but yeah, that's what happened. It fell off again. Everybody I had on here and just off it went. Zero viewers. Might have to call it a night. I'd hate to sit here and waste people's time because my computer's all messing up. That would not be Q. But yeah, so uh, yep. So I went and opened up the green beans today. Fed them all the green beans. Um, I was really surprised that the babies, the shrimplets, ate as much as they did. I didn't think that the shrimplets would eat so much. Um, but before I even was able to go upstairs to go eat, I put it in. I put the green beans in the tanks, and when I came back, I mean they were eating. They were on it before I went up to go to dinner. So I try not to. I don't feed it too often because I don't want them. You know, um, I want it to be more of a snack or a treat for them than uh, something that they get constantly and then they get bored of it. So let me see if this. Hopefully, it don't cut out. But that's what I. So I probably do the green beans maybe uh, about once a week. And they're not expensive. You can feed the green beans. You can get so many meals out of it. I mean, because I only put in maybe it depends on the tank, but I only put in maybe I don't know less than half an inch per tank per 50 shrimp, and that seems to be plenty. They seem to eat it, and then like to where it's gone in probably 20 minutes. They eat it all, but like the tangerine tigers, I put way more in. What do you want? My nose is all wet. I put way more in because there's so many within the tank. So Um, I probably put, I don't know, a real large piece in there and they eat it all. What do you want? Oh, my dog, one of them. Yeah, I hope everybody comes back. That I can't believe that this thing crashed. And what is all over? What did you get all over me, dude? Oh, nasty now. Ugh. So yeah, did water changes today. Just on 10 tanks. What? What do you want? Oh man, you got stuff all over me, dude. What were you doing? Who's got? Yeah, but what were they chasing rabbits? Come here. Yeah, you're funny. I got dog slobber all over me, and you're funny. Yeah. But yeah, so I did 10 tanks today instead of doing them all. I usually do them all, but I just figure I'd do 10 today, 10 tomorrow, 10 the next day, and 2, 4, 6, then 10 the next day. Because I figure if I do 10 tanks a day, it would take me 4 days to do just the shrimp tanks. So then I could take 3 days off and then come back. Muddy Waters, when you feed your powder mulberry, do you just sprinkle on top of the water or do you mix in a cup of tank water and then pour that in? Yeah, I mix it in RO. You could do it regular, but I do it in the RO so there's no chemical, anything from the city, because I don't want to pour tap water into a Caradina tank. So, and the RO is fine dumping it into um, a regular tank, a Neo Caradina tank. Captain Savage! Sorry, yeah, guys, there's a lot of people in here, and then the computer crashed. I don't know, for some reason. Uh, if it was signal or what, we had. And the funny thing is I always have good signal. But we had I called AT&T today to get my stuff fixed, and uh, the the bars have been all over the place. So I don't know if there's an outage, but they called, said that they were gonna. I'm sorry. They said that they were gonna be out today to um, check the service, and they never showed up. So I don't know if they went to fix wires outside. I don't know. I keep getting a story. So then they said that, well, we'll send somebody out between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. tomorrow. I said, so I'm supposed to, even though I'm not going nowhere, I said I'm supposed to stay at home for 12 hours and wait for this guy to show up. And they said, yeah, that's what we're saying. Or you can wait until was it 17th or 18th or something, and there's a smaller window. I said, no, man, send them out. But the last 6 years I've owned this house, we bought it 2014, and ever since we put Wi-Fi in here through AT&T, we have no. I mean, it's just horrible, especially at nighttime. It's always bad at nighttime. And somebody at AT&T that works there told me that it was what it is. I don't know. Sorry. Oh, I gotta sit up. I don't know if it's. And the funny thing is I'm not tired. I don't know um, if it's true or not, but he told me uh, that what happens at nighttime is AT&T takes some of everyone's Wi-Fi and they direct it towards businesses that are open at night, so they can have more streaming power to do whatever they're doing. and this is somebody that works at AT&T says that that's what they do. They take some of your, your download or up, whatever it is. I don't know much about it, but so I question them about that, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What am I talking about?" Um, so it sounds like it's true. No, it's no. So for 6 years, they just keep giving me excuses constantly, all the time, and you know, I just never left them because we have the phones by AT&T and everything else, But it's if he can't fix it tomorrow, then I'll shut it down, and then I have to wait for what do you say? I talked to my buddy today. He said I have 10 more months left on the phone because I do the next program, so we have 10 months left on that. But I could change the Wi-Fi and then just get out of AT&T altogether. It's just back when I was younger, it was really good. It was top of the line, and you had smaller companies that did all right, but AT&T was kind of the one that you could always count on, and now they're just garbage. So I mean, well, they're not garbage. It's just I'm not getting what I believe I deserve for what I'm paying for. So. Uh, But yeah, so no, yep, the mulberry powder. I'm sorry, I get offline like that. I mix it in the jug because if I put it on top, it'll go down. But I would rather dump it in so it gets, and I like to dump it in like the moss and stuff, so it'll get in there and kind of get stuck, and they can just go through the moss and just pick through it. Um, and it encapsulates the powder within the moss. That's why I used to put a whole bunch of stuff in my tanks. A lot of plants too, and the plants are good. Plants are great because they grow all that bacteria, the biofilm, and everything on it. And the shrimp will stay inside the leaves and everything all day. But here's the bad thing: is the plants grow. And I don't use any ferts in my tanks or nothing whatsoever. The plants grow and they get big. So then they get to the top of the tank, and then they roll out the side, or I mean, lean over to the other side of the tank, and it gets so big it starts to engulf it. Well, here's the thing: is you have all that. You're like, wow, I can't really see anything. It's no big deal, but then you're like, well, okay, well, I want to, I'll take this plant out, put something smaller. Then you take the plant out and the root system on it, it's a foot long, and you pull it out and it disturbs the whole tank. Now everything's all stirred up over one plant. Now think about having 3 plants in there like that, but, I did the plant thing for a long time and it works good. And, you could propagate them, make more. Then, I mean, if you have a pet store that'll buy them like I do, my pet stores around by me like to buy stuff like that because it's all, it's not shipped in. So it's not like they don't know where it's coming from and what kind of water it's in, because we're in the same city. So it's the same water. So if I sell them to them, chances of it melting back with the next customer that it goes to is slim. So if they're not going to get any complaints about, hey, my plants are, melting back, they died or whatever, that, I can sell them to them really easy and they give me good money for them. So, I mean, to be honest, most of the time when I go through tanks, and they're overpopulating and you cut all the runners and you pull the small ones out and everything, I usually throw them away anyways. But if one of the tanks gets overloaded and I get I could pick 50 plants out of it, and then redo the tank, I put them in a bucket with some water and take them up there. And then the guys up there, I know they pick through them and put them all in the tank, count them out. And, I could walk out of there $50, $60 with some stuff that I was going to throw in the trash. Because I just sit here sometimes. Yes, Fizz Tropic, I'm so sorry, bro. All that hard work you do to get everybody in here. It's the Wi-Fi dropped off. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a geek which there's nothing wrong with that. I wish I was. I wish I was a computer wizard, a Jedi. Yeah, Jedi. That's why I'm gonna start calling you my live stream Jedi. Fish Tropic the Jedi Master, Fish Tropic. But yeah. So I lost where I was, but so anyways, the moss I got out of the plants. Yeah, it's the plants at the store. I got out of the plants. I got the moss, and I saw that I don't have to put fertilizers in, because it raises your TDS and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, putting fertilizers in, if it raises the TDS, is it going to stress the shrimp out because they don't like, quick changes. So it's like, how much can you put in? And it's kind of like there's some people that are making, plant food stuff, that they say it doesn't raise your TDS, doesn't do this, it doesn't do that. Shark Hippie, 1997. I remember that was a good year. 98 was, I don't know, that was my favorite year. I don't know, maybe because the Red Wings wanted to stay. Oh, 97, 98. Sorry, Fish Tropic. I mean, I know you're Maple Leaf, Canadian Maple Leafs. You guys were like the big power back in the day. You guys were like unstoppable. Shock Hippie. That's a funny name. Thank you for coming to the stream, you guys. But yeah, so I put the moss in, seeing how good the moss 92. What the Maple Leafs 92? You guys won? Oh, Blue Jays. Yeah. But yeah, so I put the moss in there and it started growing and reproducing, and I don't have to worry about it. Growing into the substrate and stuff like that, and me pulling it out and it tearing up, and lifting up all this stuff. The only thing bad is I have the pearl weed, which I like a lot, but it's if I have moss in there, I have to decide whether have moss or no pearl weed, because the pearl weed's taking over the top and the moss is turning brown. So now I weighed the moss down, so the pearl, or weighed the pearl weed down so the light will come all the way through and grow the moss also. But there again, pearl weed will root into the substrate. And here we go again. I'm back to the stuff, that'll grow. You could trim it. It'll grow like a carpet. It's really nice. But now it's going to grow into the substrate, and I'm going to have to pull it all out, and it's going to disturb the tank again. So I think I'm going to take it out. But I don't have... the only thing I could do, like I said, is go with nothing in it. Pearl weed at the top, and that was it. Great year, actually. Yeah, 97, yeah, it was. I was 25, 24, yeah, 24, 25. Yep, the 90s. Boy, I grew up in the 80s. I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, big hair band, and the 90s were bounced in all the clubs. I used to hang out over in Canada at a couple bars that live bands played at. Had a lot of fun over there in my younger years. That's the first time I ever saw that milk came in a box, in a bag. So, yeah, 97, 98, that's probably what I'll remember, because, well, they were good years back then, but, it was when, the Red Wings won. And then after that, they kind of just fell apart forever. And now, every sporting team in Detroit is the worst team. I don't even know how they could pay their the money that they get, their paychecks, because they don't win nothing. I mean, it's just horrible. It's embarrassing. But so, anyways, yeah, that Snafu 12. Yeah, thank you very much. It's still that. Hey, that guy is. He's my first. For anybody that wasn't here, I got my first donation at $10. Woo! Snafu 12. So that's like getting my first dollar bill through my business. YouTube is tripling your channel fee. Tripling? Tripping or trip without the one that actually works. So what? They're showing all the ones that got shut down. Oh yeah. Holy crap! Yeah, they did it to everyone. Well, how the heck do I? How do I shut that down? Is there any way that I can go in there and shut that down? Snafu here. Snafu nice. Oh, I know what I could do. Hold on. Maybe. I don't know if it's still uploading. I don't know if I'll be able to. Hold on. Hold on. Go over to videos. I'm just going to delete them right off there. Delete the streams. Yeah, the other ones. The ones that are short. Is that YouTube Studio in the phone? Yeah, well, it's YouTube. See how many it's got? It's got 5 in there. It's like every time I log on, it kicks me off. It does that. So this one, it grows really good. But yeah, that stuff you're talking about. All right. Yeah, it doesn't like really express how many YouTube Studio in the phone. Yeah, it doesn't really express how many minutes they are. What's up, buddy? Oh, that one's 2 hours and 5. Yeah, all the other ones are smaller. Oh, all right. Now it dropped it to. All right, let's try that. See if that helps out YouTube Studio on the phone. Is it coming through okay though, or is it like when people go to log on, it's just giving them the crappy one? Shark Hippie, what do you feed your shrimps? I go this top fin algae thins, shrimp cuisine, fluval bug bites, shrimp formula. Yeah, don't do shrimp formula. Do fluval bug bites, pleco. But just read what's in it. Hold on. I do the insect larvae and salmon recipe, fish food, color enhancing formula. I don't do it because it's color enhancing. I do it because of all the stuff that's in it. It's got the black soldier fly larvae. They said that was, that's a big thing that keep health. They go nuts over it, crazy for it. Yeah, Pleco formula. Yeah. It's they look kind of like small bananas, bug bite Plecos. But if you read, that's what I'm saying. These descriptions, they're just to catch your eye. If you read the back of this and read the back of the Pleco bites for bug bites, it's the exact same ingredients. So these are just smaller pellets, like granules. When the pellets, the Pleco ones, I like snap them in half, throw half, and the shrimp go nuts over the Pleco stuff. But when I read the ingredients, they were the same. But I mean, this stuff ain't cheap. $12 for this bag. It lasts a long time, but when I pinch it out, my fingers, I grind it up really hard and break it up, and it goes across the whole tank. And that's the issue is, I don't even use feeding trays no more because that just became too much of a hassle. It's like I have to put food in a plate for you, and it's like, well, it's so you don't overfeed. Well, don't put that much food in the tank. But that's how I started doing it, and that's how I learned how you can feed the whole tank and feed the babies, so the babies get fed, so the adults aren't stealing all the food and they're not getting anything. Is crush it up really small. You can even use the Tetra Tropical the granules. Same thing. Crush it up and put it in there, and then it turns like a powder and goes everywhere. So now all the babies can eat too, and you don't have to worry about putting a bunch of powder foods in there for the shrimplets to eat. Because if you grind it up, they eat the crap out of it. They love it. You feed Repashy gel. No, I've seen that stuff, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I gotta make it. Now I don't know if that Repashy gel that you're talking about, but all the Repashy that I saw. Now I have these little. My buddy at his pet store, they sent him Dr. Tim's. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them, but it's hold on. Once I'll get a package, I'll show it to you. Here it is. This guy, this is a refill for extra seaweed medley, and then you put it in the grinders. A lot of his stuff comes in grinders. It's beneficial seaweed. And it says crude protein, 1 pound ingredients, certified organic dried dulse, DULSE, whatever that is, laver, and rockweed seaweeds, nitrogen flushed for freshness and longer lasting. But excellent source of vitamins, natural color enhancer. But it's for fish. But he has powders, and it's like all these dude, it's great stuff. I got my own mix, top secret. Yeah, yeah. That's what sets us all apart is our own little mixes. But yeah, this stuff here, I got powders of it, and what it is it's all this, these different things ground up, but they're for fish, and then I turn in here. Here's another one. But he gives this to me because no one really knows this brand, Dr. Tim's. No one knows this brand at a store, so it was sitting there. So like all this stuff is like expired or close to expired. So he had put it over by the front door and give it to his good customers. Well, I take a ton of it, and like the mealworms, I feed it to my cichlids. Man, they go nuts over it. But I use this other stuff. It's also a food. He asked me, and it's real expensive. But he gave it to me. New Life Spectrum Dough Mix. And okay, if you look at Shrimp King Yummy Gum, uh, this stuff is like it's like a dough. It's like a tar. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the light in there. I don't have my stinking flashlight right here, but it's here. Let me see. Here's a stick. One of my skewers. But it's literally a. Look at that. I'm gonna break the stick. It's a tar. But the shrimp go nuts over it. I mean, literally go nuts over it. Well, that stuff there, you're supposed to mix it in water. I think, yeah, water, and stir it up and kind of mix it like cement till it gets thick like that stuff. And then you drop it, roll it up, drop it in. What, you smudge it on something? No. Well, this stuff and that, well, it says just like roll it in your fingers and dough it up into a ball. And that's what I do with that. But the bad thing is that, look, I don't get nothing from these guys. I buy their stuff once in a blue moon, like if I have an extra. I mean, it's expensive, and it doesn't. I'm telling you right now, this stuff doesn't do nothing different in this little itty bitty bottle. Doesn't do nothing different than bug bites, and my shrimp probably like bug bites 10 times better. But they really go nuts over this, and yeah, it says stick a pea-sized piece of yummy gum on stones, roots, or the aquarium glass for 30 to 50 shrimps. Always feed sparingly. And it's 50 grams in here. I don't know. I just ball it up and throw it in. Yeah, it's a treat. Well, all right. But the thing is, when you go ball it up, if you use your hand, then it warms up. And then your hands starts to get all over your hands and get real sticky. And then you got to stick your fingers in the tank and wipe them off, and then it gets cloudy. And I mean, it goes away, but so I don't use it too much. But this New Life Dough Spectrum Mix, this stuff has whole Antarctic krill, whole fish, agar, beta carotene, spirulina, chlorella, algae, omega-3 fish oil, oval and red seaweed. Oh, there it is, Fish Tropic. For you, your reds. Listen to this, dude. It's crazy. Kelp, scallops, garlic, whole wheat flour, alfalfa, vitamin A, acetate, vitamin D supplement, vitamin E supplement, vitamin B12 supplement, niacin, folic acid, biotin, thiamine hydrochloride, riboflavin supplement, and then there's, I don't know, 15 more that I don't know what they are. But it's crude protein, 48%, crude fat, 9%, crude fiber, 5%, moisture, 10%, ash, 7%, vitamin A. See that it's going to IUs and kilograms, but it's got vitamin A, D, and E in it. Complex food mix, just add water. Powder needs no refrigeration. Mix in minutes for pliable feeding dough that can stick to aquarium glass. But this stuff, I mean, yeah, this stuff's $10. And with all that stuff I just read you, now just think of all the ingredients, the good ingredients that are in there. It even says high nutrition, and I just, like they asked, I put it in with my mulberry powder. I use a scooper out of the salts, out of the bee salt, because I'm doing, 40 tanks. So I make a container, and I'll scoop a thing of that. I'll scoop a thing of the mulberry powder. I'll scoop a thing of my other grass feeds down here. This is expensive stuff too. BioGreens. I get at the health food store. So this has all those spirulinas and everything in it. So all this stuff that's going in there is all high proteins, high, good. It's got everything. This is a raw superfood. It's got everything you need. Well, it's got grasses, algae blends, vitamin blends, sprout blends, berry blends, and spice blends. It's all, you put leaves in there, you put mulberry leaves in there, you put all this stuff, but you got to think what's all in the, uh, what's all, what's all in a stream where they live. It's algae, leaves, rotting this, rotting that, grass, whatever falls in, uh, is what's in there, and that's what they feed off of. So, I mean, who would think that they'd eat green beans like they do? They eat the green beans like frickin' their cheeseburgers from, McDonald's or something, if that's what you like. Yeah, it is worth $10. Yeah, 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 yeah. But that's the thing is, I'm getting lucky because my buddy at the store is like, yeah, you can have one dead fish snail put right for sure, and other dead shrimp. But is it if you see a dead shrimp, like somebody asked Mark the other day, if you see a dead shrimp, do you take it out of the tank? He said, "Oh, I haven't seen a dead shrimp in forever." Oh, well, I don't know. If it's a small shrimp, yeah, if it dies of old age and it, I guess maybe leave it. But if it's young, then you maybe, yeah, drop a calcium tablet. But everything dies. You can't say, "Oh my gosh, I had one shrimp die." Holy crap, they have a molting issue or they have this issue. Now, if you have two die in a week, but that's what I'm saying. If one shrimp dies, I do water test, and if nothing comes up, I still change the water no matter what, because if I don't know what killed it, and my water test doesn't tell me anything, then that doesn't mean that there's nothing in the water that actually killed them. Yeah, and you're right. Uh, shrimps, dude. Oh my god, you're funny, dude. Fish Choppy says, yeah, drop a calcium tablet, a Flintstone gummy. Oh shit. Oh my god. That is hilarious. Ooh, we're killing it with a whole 3 viewers. Woo! Well, it is 11:21 on a Wednesday. I can't. I did 10 viewers yesterday. I got all the way up to 10. So that's pretty darn good. Because I think my first day I did this, I think I got to 8 or 9. So yeah, today I had, we have good people in here. I could go with 3 or 4 or 5 people and shoot talk all night. You got people that make you laugh and have a good time, and there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, shrimp do die. They do. That's what I'm saying. And hey, YouTube got you screwed up. Why has it got me still? It's got me screwed up still. I have those. You guys ever get those? I don't like to share too many times, bro. Oh, yeah, no, you don't have to. No. Yup. Really, it's got my thing all screwed up? Dang. Uh, I just, my phone was going off, and you ever get those people messaging you? It says, yeah, hey, great show. You want to be friends? And then when you punch it up, you see that it's like spam and all this stuff. And I'm like, why? You keep doing this over and over. Yeah, I call them spuds. Yeah, I don't understand, dude. It's yeah, XIMER tracks. Sub to me here before 300 subscribers. Keep going. Also, can we be friends? And I'm like, what? But it's the same shit. I don't know how many times they've done this shit. Oh, and then Kenneth Jones, sexy girls here dot online. And it's like, what? I don't know if somebody's trying to spam my shit or I don't know. But it's like somebody's like posting that. You ever give your shrimp sweet potatoes? No. Oh wait. No. I've heard about that. No. Is it good? I mean, see, I tried to. Yeah, see, Kenneth Jones commented, sexy girls here online. Who the hell's Kenneth Jones? I need a moderator. I need somebody to fuck these guys over. Turn off channel activity. Mute Kenneth Jones. Um, no. Is it really? It's good? Captain Savage Aquatics, yes. Cappy, you're still here? Da-da-da-da, Pumpkin 2. Really? See, I hear that. What? I love Halloween. All the fish get free pumpkin. Yeah, but is that fish or is that shrimp? I heard that. I heard that you could feed it to them. Hold on. I hate doing this. I don't like to do this. It's disrespectful, but I had to turn something on. I'm really sorry. Anthony Gapeo, thank you for your donation, sir. Or super chat. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I mean, a lot. I mean, you don't even know. Super cool. That's super, super, super cool. Thank you so very much. I don't know. It's like, just kind of like, dream come true type deal stuff that, I'd actually be able to do this and people would, groove with it. They'd get the same vibe I do off of the shrimp. And, I just get really excited and I could talk forever about it. Just, it helps me with my anxiety and my panic attacks. And, I got bipolar and all that, so stuff really helps. I like it a lot. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Uh, oh, really? Shrimp play. Now, is there a best part? Because I know when you scrape the inside of a pumpkin, you have it's kind of the slimier part, and then behind it you got the meatier stuff. Do you go closer to the rind or to the skin of the pumpkin, or do you give them the sloppy, slimy stuff? Shrimp plecos, really? Fish and snails color up too. Oh wow, it contains true color enhancers. Any neos you'd suggest? You are welcome. I enjoy listening to you talking about shrimps. Thank you so much, Anthony. I really, 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 I mean, that's so cool that you did that. I appreciate it so, so much. It just makes it so worth doing it. Any neos you suggest? How many tanks you got? I suggest them all. Not lying. It'll come down to color. What you can live with, what you can't live with, what you're looking for when you look in your tank. Because I got them from milky white to, I got reds, four different blues, oranges, yellows, ultra golds, greens, Bloody Marys, fire reds, snowballs, red Rillies, blue Rillies, orange Rillies, blue sapphire, black rose, blue diamond, cherries. Yeah. It all comes down to what you want. Fire reds are the highest of the cherries, the highest grade. Fire reds and painted fire reds are like the highest grade when it comes to the cherries, and they're just extremely, the color of them's amazing. Then you have Bloody Marys, but they're Bloody Marys, the meat inside of them is red instead of the shell. So, but still, they get like black. But you can get like the fire reds I have over here, they get like black too. But the Bloody Marys, they're high grade. So it's like if somebody said, "Hey, give me some real high grade," I could do it. Because I know a guy right now. I know an importer guy. Well, he says he's a breeder, but he imports. That he sells the really dark Bloody Marys, and he sells them for like $8 a piece, and they're Bloody Marys. And all it is it's the higher grade that the Bloody Marys. If you call your shrimp, take out the cruddy ones. After a while, you really don't have to call it so much. Instead of doing it. Because look, a female only has so many babies, right? So many shrimplets. So once they grow up, you got to do it kind of quick. So let's say maybe a month to 2 months, because neos start having babies way before Caradinas do. They're kind of slutty. So you want to get in there quick, take out what's cruddy, because if not, they're going to get in there. You probably got 2 months. Once they get about 3/8 of an inch, you want to start doing it, getting them out. Because, like, I called everything out of that tank over there, but, they wouldn't interbreed with the Caradina anyways, but they didn't breed with themselves yet. But, yeah, you want to, get out the bad ones. And I don't say bad ones. They're just, like, not what you're looking for. And then after a while, it's like you can go a long time in between, because look, if you have one light one in there, he's, chances of him, knocking up the females, it's slim to none, but you want to still get them out, stay on top of it as much as you can. And what you actually want to do is get your male numbers down real small. Have the tank just packed full of females. And so as they're breeding, like my Extreme Black King Kong tank, They literally just continue breeding over and over and over. They won't stop. My pure black lines won't stop. But before they didn't breed at all. Now they don't stop. And some tanks that are slow, I have people that breed, that have hundreds of tanks. They're like, Brian, maybe you have too many males. So go through there, pick out some males, but make sure you don't pick them all out, because the males could be like irritating the females, and they don't want to do the dance and molt and all that. They're stressed out, so the males are stressing out the females. But yeah, Neos, all of them, whatever you want. I mean, just color. I want to have multi tanks full of shrimps. Haha, I'm new to it though. Well, yeah, look, the best thing to do is free tanks. Look on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, everything. Because a lot of people, what it is they buy tanks and they fail because pet stores still this day don't tell you, because they want you to fail. That's how they make the money. You come in, oh, hi. Oh, you got kids with you. Oh, mommy, we want this, 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 and this. And, oh, yeah, well, can we put this in here? Well, yeah, you can get a 10-gallon, put them in there. And you put them in there, and then they die, and the mother's like, I'm not doing this again. They get rid of everything. They don't tell you. They'll sell you anything you want. But that's how, like my buddy's store, people bring in tanks. Here, I'm done. I ain't doing it no more. Or he'll be like, well, yeah, I'll give you like, $2 for it or $1 for it. And I go in there, I'm like, hey, he's like, take it. I dump out all the gravel in his trash. I don't take filter. I just bring the tanks home and I put them in my laundry room and I fill them up and put vinegar in them. I'll let them sit out a day, let them get all gooey and stuff. And I drain the water out of them and put them in the laundry tub and take a razor blade to them, a little scrub, nice and light and everything, rinse them out, and up here they go, or I get them from Petco. So $1 a gallon. So if you want a big, huge, buy your racks and start it up. I mean, think about it. If I got 40 tanks for free, I paid for 20 of them, let's say at Petco at $10 or $1 a gallon. So, 20 of them, well, there's only 30 here. So let's say I got 15 of them for free and 15 of them I bought at, $10 a tank. So that's $150. That's it. $150 and the rest are all free. Like I have a guy right now, he got out of all of his 10 gallons. He was a guppy breeder and his tanks are like less than a year old. And he's like, look, I'll sell them to you for 25 cents a gallon. And he's got 20. So right here, I have my racks right here behind me. Well, I want to come over here a little bit to the wall right here. I was looking at some racks today. I'm thinking, I don't know what you guys think. Fish Tropic, maybe you guys could help me out here. My rack, I don't want to do depth wise, because I don't want to come 2 feet out from my wall over here. So if I turn the computer, if it doesn't drop anything, see my brick wall here, I don't want to come 2 feet out this way, because then I'll be coming 2 feet into my shrimp area, my shrimp store, and I don't want to lose that much. So I want to go 12 inches instead of 24 like these, because a 10-gallon tank is only 20 inches. So I don't know if I should do a 2-foot rack and just put 1 tank per, or if I should do a 4-foot rack and do 2 tanks and then just split them, kind of spread them apart that extra 8 inches. I don't know, because that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8. But I'm not looking. I mean, I have 30 tanks here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10 gallons over there running, and 2 5 gallons. So I already got 5 tanks that need to go on a rack over here. They're just over there because I need to get things set up, and I need a few more. I need a few more tanks. It's kind of like you can't stop. When you're a breeder, you don't want to stop. Because I want to have everything you guys need. But I want to get a mix of colors. Sorry I'm talking too much. I just get into this stuff. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, but will the pumpkin wear out, Fish Tropic? I mean, here's the thing: is I don't want to feed it to them. They color up, and then I send them to you. I sell them to you, and then a week after you have them, they start, they lighten up or something, and then you're upset because I've been feeding them something that changed their color or something. Because that's what happened to me when I first got into it. A guy that I knew gave me shrimp. They were really dark cherries, and then after 2 or 3 weeks, they like almost went clear, and they just had some lines in them. I said, "What the hell is this shit?" And he said, "Oh," he started laughing. He's like, "Oh, I feed them food that makes them darker." I was like, "Well, isn't that lying? You're selling them to people, and they think that they're getting something that they're not." So I guess if I did that, I'd have to, I know what you're saying. It's not an everyday thing. So it's not like, yeah, they'll color up, but it's not like I'm going to feed it to them for, 2 weeks. And then, it's not like selling cattle. You fatten them up and then sell them, just to get a better price. I know what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, give them solid. Oh, okay. Not the slimy stuff. All right. American flag is good. I don't know that one. What's that? Oh, whites, blues, and reds. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, red, white, and blues. Yeah, that'd be cool. I like blues, but I want to get a mix of colors. Well, like we were talking about yesterday, I thought you were in here yesterday. Get all females. Don't get males, because then they'll be clear. Just get all females that are not pregnant. And if they are pregnant, then just get, when the babies grow up, pull the males out. But you can have a tank load of females, and they'll be, just beyond dark. If they're good genes, they'll be super, super, super dark and, real thick shelled and high gloss. But yeah, then you don't have to worry about getting any wilds in there and messing it up, so you make your Skittles tank that way. Yeah. Yeah, no, not male. How can you tell male from female? The way I tell is I can do it with the macro lens. I can do it with a few things, but a magnifier is good. But if you look at a shrimp, it's got like it's got like its armor, its shells, so it's got its carapace, its head. And then, other people talk, they talk about the point of the nose, all this and that. Well, it's hard. And it's even hard doing it my way. So you kind of wait till it's a certain age, and then it gets pretty simple. But right behind the head is their first, what I call like a plate. Their first plate. Their first plate will come down and it'll go straight down. The second plate, now, if it's a female, it'll come down and it'll bow around like a dish, like a plate. So plate, yeah. So let's say a dish. But when they're small, that second plate or rib, whatever you want to call it, you can't really tell because a male can have a little curve to it, and so can a female until they start to grow, and then that it'll start to get larger. But another, and then the third plate, the first plate and the third plate hide behind that dish. As they grow older, that dish gets bigger on the side. What it does is that's what holds the berries in place. That's what kind of helps them breathe like that and holds everything inside of them like that. But when they're shrimplets, it's hard to tell. You can guess, but that's how like importers do it. You get it like 95% of it's all females and no males. You get 5% males because, they sell the females because they look better. So if they send all females, then the females sell faster. None of them are ever buried. You can never breed them. And that's why they don't send the males. And they surely won't send any good males. So you have to find somebody and ask them, hey, will you, get me some good males? And it happens. I don't do that. I don't separate anything. I just scoop, and that's it. I just scoop, hook it up, give it, So, if you ask me to look, I'll do it. But, it's like filling orders is, sometimes it's tough. If I mean, right now things are slow, so it's like I'll get maybe one, two customers a week, let's say, maybe three, but usually, let's say five every 2 weeks, maybe four. But I've had it to where I'm doing like five, six before the coronavirus, maybe five or six, on shipping day. So the day before I pull them, then I ship them that day. Sometimes I have so many to pull, or I pulled so many, and then I have to bag them and I have to wrap them because I take my time and I'll just chuck them in there, So I got to make sure the bags are tight, everything. So and I don't want to get up at like 9 o'clock to do it. So I wait till the lights come on down here at 12, and then I got to be at the post office by 2:30, or by I have to have them into the guy at the counter, stamped and paid for by right around 2:30, quarter to 3, to make sure they go out on that day. Because everything I send out, is 2 day shipping. Like here, yeah, PM 2 day, PM 2 day, and 2 days ain't bad. The most I get is 3, but I send to Hawaii in 2 days. So that's how I tell. But like I said, some people tell. They say they can tell by the antennae or whatever. Yeah, saddles, females. Yeah, yeah. No, understandable. Yeah, you could. Yeah, but if they're not saddled, or if they're dark, like Caradina, are hard because you can't see through the shell. So then you want to look at. Oh, the other one. Yeah, thanks, Fish. I wasn't thinking. The other one is the belly. The belly will give them away. I'm getting really good at that now, because you look at them, you're like, ooh, is that one got a little curve to it? But in the drawings, it shows the belly on the male, like literally go straight up. Well, it doesn't always do that. And the females, like Mark Strip Tanks, he says, like a woman has curves. So you really look at it. If it has that little bulb right there, that's usually a female. So I do it that way too. But I can't do any other way. The head shape, the antenna, and stuff like that. I can't do it. Don't know what you mean by saddle. It's in there. It's between the head, and it's kind of like a horse. You know how they have the sway in the back. But a horse, they all got it. But well, most shrimp got it too. But a male, uh, some males will have a little sway, but the females will have a bow, like a saddle, like they're, like you could put a saddle on them, or they've had a saddle on them. And when the saddle, when it's in there, and you could tell, like, they have berries in there and they just haven't dropped yet, it changes colors. Now it just depends on what colors your shrimp produces of eggs that'll give you that color saddle. So you can look at that bow in the back and it'll look like a horse's back where, you put a saddle at. So yeah, the saddle's a big deal. Captain Blue Dreams, Fire Reds, Carbon, really. Blacks, Orange, really simple, bro. Are you talking the Carbon Reallys? Are you talking the blacks or the blue Carbon Reallys? The blue Reallys, because over here they call them blue Carbon Reallys. Shark females have sails on the top of them. What does that say, or what? what did you put? Or fatter body than a male. Oh, okay. 1,000 geckos, yo. I hope I'm not too late again. No. You're not too late. No, it's early. It's only 10 to 12. Luke's not down here, so I don't have to worry about keeping him up too late. Fish tropic to hold eggs. Yep. That's what it does. It holds the eggs. Because what happens is she produces the eggs and then she molts, and then the male. That's the only time the male can inseminate her, or I mean, get his baby gravy in there. Well, if she doesn't get impregnated, then she can drop those eggs. But if they're not fertile, then she'll suck them. She can suck them right back up, pull them back up into her body, and eat them as protein. So sometimes, people are like, "Oh, I seen my shrimp buried." Well, and it didn't happen because they weren't fertile. But I don't know if that's ever happened. I've never seen it, but that's what they say, that if a shrimp's eggs aren't fertile, they can suck them back up and digest them. Use them for food and energy. But with the Rillies, don't I need a system? No. Rillies are Neos. You don't need any system. System of the Down playing in the background, maybe. But you don't need an RO system. Fish Tropic, nope. Neos. It's natural. Shark Hippie. It's so cool. When I read Shark Hippie, it makes me think that you have really long hair and you're wearing a handkerchief, around your head like Cheech and Chong. You're smoking a big fat blunt like they have. Shark Hippie, what you want, biatch? Do you have Bloody Marys? Yes, I do. I have very, 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 very dark Bloody Marys. I was going to put one color per tank. Yeah, well, that's what it's going to end up anyways, Cap. That's it, dude. So it's going to happen anyways. I don't care if you put them in a tank, mix them together. You're going to end up separating them. Or you're going to go, I need more tanks, and you're going to put a certain color in that tank. Because what it is, you have a whole tank. You got a 10-gallon with, let's say, 300, 400 shrimp in it. I mean, it just looks super cool. A mixed tank looks super cool too, but once you have the mixed tank, you're going to go, oh. And then, if you have tanks with all of them, then you can mix whatever you want. And then you can start, integrating this into that, start trying to breed, you can start doing all that stuff. I'm telling you right now, it's beyond addicting. I used to smoke, and this is worse than smoking. I smoked a couple times, quit both times, cold turkey. Ugh, don't want to ever do it again. I have to drink Monsters so I don't get back to smoke. I have to have one Monster a day. It's like my pack of smokes that I tell my brain I have to have it so I don't smoke. Yes, green jades are very nice too. Yes, I like weathers. I'm not saying my green jades are better than anybody's, just my green jades. Not mine, but the person who produces them, they took first place at Aquashella last year. And was it Chicago? No, California. I think it was Dallas or California, one of the two. But they took first place. So those are ones that I get here, that I have here, that I sell. Same guy bred them. Should cross the green jade with the orange Rillie. That would look cool. Have the green in the center, because I don't know if it looks so good if the head and the tail were green, the center was orange. Yeah, I'd probably have the center green. That'd look cool. If the center was green and the legs were green and orange mix, it'd be like a paint mistake. Yeah, sweet. Uh, I wonder if green really exists. I don't know that they've made that. They're just starting the yellows, and the yellows are hard to keep stable. They're having a problem keeping them stable because I was gonna get some yellows, but because the reds are all right, but it's like I don't know. I don't know if they need some time to on the back shelf for a while, but it's like people get them, but it's the pet stores get them more, but everyone else seems to want all the other stuff. Pumpkin King in the house. What's up? Green really would be awesome. Yeah, a green really would be awesome. Yeah. Yes, sir. A green really would be super cool. Well, like I said, I was gonna get the green Hulks. My guy's got green Hulks. They're kind of like an extreme black King Kong or extreme red King Kong with the white spots on the tail. And then it's kind of got like a Nanashi hat, or a face, the white up here, and but it's kind of like a King Kong, like a you know, but it's green. It's cool, but it's a work in progress. Just like the green jades, it's you got to call till you get the color you want. But these are S grade. They're qualified or classified as S grade. The ones that I have. So, um, but still, I'm not saying that there's none in there that don't need culling. It's just I like them all, so I don't call out. There's no light ones and there's no pickle colors in there. So. Uh, Always good to be here, Pumpkin. Well, it's really good to have you here too. Too bad I can't hear you smoke the tires out in front of my house in your Mustang. That'd be super cool. Fish Tropic, I love all shrimp. Yes, so do I. You know what shrimp I hate? I can't stand is a dead shrimp. Yeah, I don't like those ones. They don't fit in my tanks well. I don't. Shark Hippie, I like orange eye blue tigers. Yeah, I got orange eye blue tigers. Yeah, and I have orange eye royal blue. I got those too. But yeah, orange eye blue tigers. The thing is with those is, they're nice, but they don't breed true. So I mean, it's not like you get anything else. They're all tigers, but you'll get blondes, which are clear. You'll get them like orangey color. You'll get them the blue with the rust on the back. You'll get them, brownish color, but that's why they're like sold at like $10 per mix. Like a mix, if you want orange eye blue tigers, they're $10 a piece on a mix grab. So I just reach in there and dig out, whatever, $10 a piece. Or if you want all blue ones or ones, that aren't clear orange, blondes, orange, or rusty ones, then they're $12 a piece. And some people sell them for more, $15. But yeah, the all blues, even if they're light blue, but they're $12 a piece. Yellow Neos, super yellows. Yeah, I have the golden backs, but I kind of fell in love with the ultra golds because the body of the ultra gold is a little clear, because yellows they have really dark shell, and the golden backs, they're gold, but they look really nice. But the ultra golds are a little clearer on the belly side. The underside they're like a two tone, and then they go into the yellow, and then that stripe is just. It's like it has a light bulb in it. It just screams out of the tank. I'm like, oh my God, you just see them from 10 feet away walking around in the tank. Before it's, you see a bunch of yellow things moving around, but man, the ultra golds. Man, I see them from over here. I got a few more in there. I got purple/red Neos. Those are just regular. Those aren't mixes, are they? Those are just red. They came out that color, right? Your reds just got really dark. Because I was looking at what was I looking at the other? Black Pintos. Yeah, my Black Pintos, and there was one with a purple head in there. I was like, shut the back door. There's my video I made today with the green beans. Go look at that. I videoed. There's one in the Black Pinto tank here that to sell somebody have to give me $100. It's the coolest shrimp. It's just a baby that grew up, but oh my god, is it smoking? It's bad. It looks like the back end looks like not the safari uh, damn tiger, this red, like the red and black tiger shrimp, fancy tigers, but the safari tigers, it looks like that. It's got black stripes coming up, and then it's the head on it's. Oh, is it sick? It's in my video that I uploaded today. Yeah, it's super cool. Check it out tomorrow or something. Baby gravy, yeah. I used to joke with my wife all the time. I told her, because I'm 6'8", blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm from Lithuania. I'm Russian, so I used to tell my wife all the time that, I was like, look, I'm tall, so, I could have a bunch of kids. I could play basketball, big, strong, they'll protect you. So I told her, I said, if I don't ever get a good job, I said, I'll just go online and start selling my sperm and call it Big Russian's baby gravy. I'll just keep it in my freezer, frozen in little vials, and I'll mail it to him. My wife said, I don't think so. I'm the only one that has Russian babies. I said, okay. So, yeah, I always call it baby gravy. Orange Eye Blue Tiger is my favorite ever. Yes, Pumpkin King, I know that, and I have them for you. Fish Tropic, yes, sir. Maybe some Berry White. Berry White. Berry is good. Smoke, please. LOL. What you smoking? What you smoking, Pumpkin? Circuit left my ass off. Nice man. Where at in Detroit you have a website? John Fredrickson. Hello, welcome to. Hey, I like to answer every comment in the chat. So, hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I'm in Livonia, so I'm west of Detroit, northwest a little bit, and my west. No, I'm getting ready to make a website. Fish Tropic's gonna kind of get me have some guys help me out or something. But go on my YouTube, Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. You can contact me there. You can go down in the comment section, leave me a message if there's something you see something that you like, or you can message me on Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics on Facebook. You message me, friend request me, whatever, and I'll accept you on there. But if you have anything, you ask me on here, ask me on there. I answer all your questions, do whatever. So if you want to see something, I'd take pictures for you, whatever. Camp Savage, I'll have to get everything Fish Tropics adjusted. Yeah, but the problem is he barely suggested much. I'm telling you, it's like going and getting an everlasting stopper from Willy Wonka. Just it'll never go away, but you can't just have one. You'd have to have 3 or 4. So you're going to want to give some to your friends, and then you're going to lose one, and and then you're going to want some of that bubble gum that Veruca Salt ate. You'll see $200 ain't nothing, dude. Just think, I'm a breeder, so almost every tank I spent $200 just to get my starter shrimp in it. And this wall just has 30. I got another 11 over here. So add that up. You know, what are you talking? $6,000 on this wall just in starter shrimp? You know? I mean, if they're $10 a piece, then I buy 20 of them. You know, so let's say all together with everything, you know, 7,000 just in shrimp. You know, to start. That's not counting death. You know, then you got to replace them. Shitty genes, and you got to add more. You know, it's once you get shrimp, you just don't care. I mean, you don't go out and spend $1,000 at a time, but it's like, okay, I'll spend $200 this week or $150, and then you wait. You'll go get another tank, set it up, and 3 weeks later, then you put in an order another $100 or $300 or $500 worth of shrimp. Like I said, I got shrimp over there that are online. The cheapest I saw them was $199. So, I mean, 5 of them cost you $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's savage. I know I'm gonna be getting my shrimp from. Yeah, I told you, Trop. Yeah, I'll meet you. Hey, you didn't answer me. What are you close to? One of those bridges? Are you close to any of the bridges that come over here to Detroit or Port Huron? Because I ain't bullshitting. If you can meet me on this side, and you want to take it back. My dad used to bootleg hooch from over Canada. He used to bring it back in the folds of his convertible. Him and my uncle would go over there, and they'd go lay the convertible top down, and they'd fill it full of booze, drop it down again, fill that fold full of booze, and they'd do it all the way down and drop the whole top, and then snap the cover on it, drive it back from Canada. Because the booze over there was way cheaper. They get Crown Royal and a bunch of other shit. Then they bring it back over here, and they always had big parties and stuff. Carradina. I want to collect all Neos first. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Because, I mean, here's the thing. Then RO system, Carradina. Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, my wild cataclons down here, I mean, I don't even know how many people own shrimp that are on the red list. Those are on the red list. You can't get them. You're not supposed to be able to, but people still go and farm them and sneak them and sell them somehow. I don't know how, but those are on the endangered species list. They're endangered. I didn't know, so now I breed a crap ton of them, I only know of a couple people that got them. The guy who sold them to me and one other guy who made a video on them. Well, made a video and came to that tank and said that they're, on the list and stuff, and I didn't know. So that RO system, Carradina, yes, yeah, the RO system. It's not a headache or nothing. I enjoy doing it. Get a lot of exercise back and forth with the buckets. I don't have a water system. Look, I didn't get into this to, just to look at the tanks. I do this stuff because I enjoy sticking my hands in there. I enjoy, siphoning water, filling buckets, dumping them out, refill. I enjoy doing all that stuff. So it means a lot to get in there and do it all. That's the fun part. It's kind of like calling a company to come over and come clean your tanks. What's the sense of having it if if you have a maid clean your house, that's one thing. But if you have a hobby like that, it's like having a hot rod and having somebody polish it for you, having somebody scrub your rims and spray the Armor All on it. Yeah, you come out to a nice car every time. But if you're not putting work into your own stuff, where's the happiness? You can't drive that thing going, yeah, look what I did to my car. No, look what the people that I paid do to my car. Yeah, RO water isn't any. It's not. It's there's nothing wrong with it, Cap. It's literally don't let it discourage you. It's a joke. It's as easy as doing tap water. I mean, literally, just water goes into a container. You can actually salt mineralize that container and pump it out of there, or put it in buckets and put it in there. That's what I do, and then put it in your tank. I mean, the only thing you're doing is taking an extra 20 seconds out to scoop salt, put it in, stir it up, test it, make sure, and start putting it in. It's that simple. Don't let it discourage you. Don't let it scare you. My opinion, people ask me what's the easiest. They're all easy. Like Fish Tropic says, shrimp will die. They will die. But neither one of them are hard. The hard part that I come across is getting them to breed at times. Because I don't use heaters. So when it's cold, I'm not going to get much action out of them. So once it starts to warm up even more, I'm sure some of my tanks that are breeding, they're going to get even worse, which is good. But yeah, don't let none of that stuff discourage you. It's not good. It's a cakewalk, dude. Cakewalk. It's like brushing your teeth. Ooh, that's jumping. LOL, I'll come up there one day. Yeah, come on. Bring that car with you. Just keep it at 70 so you don't burn so much gas. I have blue velvets, snowball, and cherries. Blue velvets are cool if you got good blue velvets and they're not like Coles. Blue velvets are sweet, man. They're nice. You know what other ones I like? Caradinas is the blue uh, aura, blue and red. The reds are like almost. I knew a dude who was selling them, who had them like a year ago. The red ores, and now I haven't seen them. He had them. I was gonna buy some, and I thought, man, I got cherries and stuff. What do I need these Caradinas for? And especially red. I already have red. Can't find them anywhere. They're so hard to find. I don't know anybody that's got it. I'm sure they do, but I don't know. But they're sweet. The blue ores are nice, and they say that you could put them in tap water. That they even like higher KH and GH. I just found that out the other day because I like them. But they say you could put them right into a regular tank, and even put like crushed coral in it to keep the numbers higher. That they really thrive in it. But blue auras are nice too, and you see people that import. They'll be like, "Yeah, I got blue auras for sale," and they'll show a picture, and they'll all be light, and you'll see one that's real dark. Or a couple that are real dark. I'd put money on it. If you order their blue aura, they won't send you those dark ones because those are probably their males that they're using, or they're the females and they're their breeders in there, but they'll sell you all those light colored ones. But if you get somebody that's about their business and doesn't play that game and they just scoop, you could get like half and half, or you could get all good ones. But blue orders are sweet. Yeah, the red ones were badass, but I haven't seen them in a year. I should have got some. Fish Tropic, yes. Ultra Golds, yes. Ultra Golds are sweet. They come out like tigers, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, I got some smokers. Dude, you're hilarious. This is the best. It's like I have my own, seriously, like I have my own Eddie Murphy on here. And he just makes me laugh all night long, and he never leaves the whole stream. He'll never. I don't even know if he goes to the bathroom or not. That's all. He just keeps commenting. He just makes me laugh the whole show. It's hilarious. I love it. Thank you so much. Blue Velvet's a big Bry guy. Oh God, you're calling me what my aunt used to call me, Bry guy. Yeah, I mean they're cool. Like I said, if they got good color, because a lot of people they do their calls, they pull them out, and they'll sell you calls and they'll tell you that that's what they are and they're not. You get a good breeder that's got them. it's the colors they're nice, man. God, they look like jelly, like pieces of jelly. I was gonna start a tank with it, but I ended up taking them out and putting all the ones out of this Extreme Black King Kong, the Neos that were in there, because there's 40 of them, and what am I going to do? They're high quality. That's somebody. Somebody keeps messaging me about them. Oh, I mean shipping. Uh, they keep messaging me about them because I don't know what they are. I can't classify them. So see, I'm not one of. I don't know. I'm not one of them guys that say, "Oh yeah, got these badass shrimp. What are they?" Well, they're this. Well, I don't know what they are. They came out of this tank. They're not supposed to be in there. I can't classify them. They're blue. They're incredible, but so they're $3 a piece. I don't, and they want some. So I can't say what they are. So look, it is what it is. $3 for super high grade. I'm just not sure if they're blue diamonds. Yeah, I don't know, but they're gorgeous. Okay, sorry, crap, hit the wrong button, but yeah, I want 4 or 5 meals. Oh, come on. 4 or 5 meals. What tanks? 4 or 5 tanks in Neos? You don't. Yeah, you don't want just 4 or 5 meals. You must have big fingers like me hitting the wrong buttons. This tropic, yeah. Their Pokemon got to collect. Oh shit! What does Luke do? Luke does Pikachu. He does that Pikachu. Pikachu. It drives me nuts. It's hilarious. Yeah, Pokemon cards. Got to get them. Shit. I used to do a sale, call that Pokemon sale. That's hilarious, dude. What's Zoe Celestial? Zoe Celestial, welcome to the channel. I got a video of them. Which ones? I don't use heaters either. Which ones? What? Fish Tropic. The blue ones? Oh, maybe that's what these are. LOL. Blue auras. I don't use heaters. Yeah, I don't use heaters. I used to use heaters, but here's the thing: is everybody remember when you in the hobby, uh, you gotta think the pet stores like the dope man. He's gonna want to get you addicted, and he's gonna want to sell you everything and get all your money. They got me for a while, had me smoking, boy. I probably got 15 heaters over there just laying on the floor. I have one heater running in my big 120 over there, but those fish like to stay warmer. They don't. They're sluggish. They're big. They're big fish. My big tank over there. I have archers and severums and all that. So they're really. I mean, they're this big around. They're probably like 2 pounds a pound 2 pounds a piece. They don't like to be cold. So I have them at 78. I have a Cobalt, the flat heater. It's guaranteed to be within a half a degree from where you set it. And it's a 200 watt and a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot 120. And it's only 200 watts, but you keep the lids on it closed. It's hot. The thing don't run. It just keeps it at that temp. That's how good a Cobalt heater is. The flat ones. You guys want a heater? Cobalt. I ain't bullshit. I don't. It's like their food. Used to buy the Cobalt discus food. Big time. Hook up. Their food's incredible. Fish Tropic, I got a video of them. Captain Savage. Yeah, Brian. Two Bry guys. Cappy, we could start a shrimp empire. Yeah. Bry guy. Yeah, my aunt, God, she used to always ask that. Or she used to always call me that. I come over, she's like, hey, Bry guy. And then my grandma, she had bad dementia like my mother does now. And she used to call me Bry Dave because I looked like my cousin David, which was my aunt's son who used to call me Bry guy. I'm 6'8", he was like 6'5", and he had really long blonde hair, and I had long blonde hair. And my grandma always called me two names because she said either way she's gonna be right. So she'd call him Dave Bry or Bry Dave, same thing. So because she couldn't tell us apart. Uh, Fish Tropic, New York, Detroit, and Toronto. You know what that sounds like? Some nasty sons of bitches to be caught up with in an alleyway. Pika Hunter. Pika Hunter. I have heater till it blew up and killed my blue bolts. Ooh. God, why couldn't he have said something like cherry shrimp? Yeah, see, that's a fear. Oh, it happened in my 120. I had a 300 watt. Oh gosh, I can't think of what brand it was. 300 watt in there, and my wife for a minute there we had lots of freaking snails. Uh, not the not the rabbit snails, the other ones, the ones that look like rabbit snails, like an ice cream cone. But we had a lot. Well, my wife, just to waste time, she'd go in there and pull them out, see how many she could get. It's kind of, and we're all over 6 foot. Yes, sir. But she'd go in there. And then one day I was looking, going, the heater looks a little weird back there. Oh, the plastic suction cup that holds it to the back of the glass, half of the suction, or the hook, the plastic hook that go around it, half of it broke off and it floated to the top. And I looked at it, it was melted. I'm like, why the hell is this melted? I didn't, did the heater slide up too high? And God, it wouldn't get that hot. So I left it in there like a week like that. And then I was like, I was in there doing something. And I was like, let me get this thing off the back here and put another clamp around it, another clip. So I pulled it out and I looked at it. I was like, man, this thing's melted. Oh, I was doing a water change. And I unplugged the heater because I unplugged the heater while I shut off the strip. I unplugged the heater and I was like, well, let me see if this thing's getting too hot. And when I lifted it up, it weighed like a pound. When I looked, the whole glass tube on it was full of water. So I don't know. And my archers, I have archers, the spitting fish. They're hard to get, but one of them started to get this, like, his skin was like, looked like he's had dry skin, like it was flaking, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then another fish was looking funky and stuff, and the archers had black stripes on them, and the stripes, you could tell they were stressed because the stripes went like a really light gray. And when I seen that, I knew it, and so I put that real expensive cobalt heater in there, and I swore never again will I use a glass. But here's the thing, excuse me, is that heater could stay on and cook them and kill them. So you got to, and even if you buy a super expensive heater, you can't tell me that there's a chance that it couldn't stay on and cook your fish. It happens a lot. So the best thing to do is kind of like, I don't know, I don't know, keep your tank in the warmest part of the house, if whatever you can do, so you don't have to utilize a heater. And the bad thing is if you don't want to use a heater, you might have to stick with fish that don't need a heater, something like that. So yeah, no thanks. Blue Steels, yes. God, I love blue. Yeah, I got a whole tank right here. I think there's probably 60 in there. Some of them are, just gorgeous. Here comes one right here. Dark blue head, and his body is sky blue. Sky blue. That one there is really dark like a blue bolt. Yeah, and then some back there. I mean, dark, like ex- uh, extreme blue bolts. Like my tank over there that I'm working on. That's one bad thing about blue bolts. So you get blue bolts, they're dark, so dark, and they charge $25 a piece for little baby ones. You get them in the tank, put them in the tank. 3 weeks later, their tails start to go white. Now I'm calling, going, "What the hell's this? What? Why are these extreme blue bolts turning white? The heads are blue, but the bodies turn white. Oh, it's the gene. Yeah, I didn't order this. I ordered extremes." So then they send me more. Then my buddy's like, "Hey, look, I got some nice ones. I'll send you 20 of them." He's like, "And if I ever need extreme blue bolts, send me half of what I send you." So I owe him 10 if he ever needs extreme blue bolts, because he knows that, I don't know. He says I'm the best breeder he's ever met, and uh, so he knows that once they start breeding, get going, when he needs blue bolts, he can call me and like start his own colony, and they won't cost him nothing. So sorry to break the news to you, fish. I'm only 5. Man, and you call yourself Cap? Come on. Do you have a shield? Tell me you got a shield made out of the strongest metal in the world. God, Cap's only 5'7". Man, guess we got to listen to somebody that's shorter than us, huh, Fish? Are blue steel Neos or Caradinia? Caradinia. Yes, sir. See, and that's the bad part is, when somebody asks me what's your favorite shrimp, Hawaiian that was on earlier, it's not favorite shrimp. It's the class of shrimp, and it's the Caradina, because they look like they're painted. That's what it's so incredible. It's like they look like they're freaking painted, and you have 100 of them in a tank walking around, and you're like, oh my gosh, because it's like crystal reds. You can get them with the no entry. You can get them, with all these different symbols on their back. Um, so it's like you can have like 7 different body styles in there, and then when they breed, they're gonna make the same body styles. If you Google it, they have a sheet on there, and it shows you the design that Crystal Reds have. Or wait, or is it hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, not Crystal Reds, PRLs, Pure Red Lines. Um, so Pure Red Lines, because they only breed true, uh, um, they have the design the Pure Black Lines do too. Oh, and it's so cool. So it's like if you want a certain design on the back of your shrimp, you just call the other ones out, put them in another tank, like let's say a mixed tank, where you sell them. Because there's always somebody that or you trade swap stuff. I mean, look how our hobby's expensive at times. And let's say you're talking about getting tanks. You want 30 tanks. Well, let's say you got 6 tanks and your shrimp start breeding, and you get 100 of them. In 3 months. Let's say 3 females have babies. A month apart, and then you just hey, I want some tanks. Or you go to the pet store, and be like, hey, I want some tanks, because look, a pet or a fish tank at a pet store is cheap. They mark it up 3 times the amount. So you go in there and say, look, these are homebred. I didn't like buy these cheap. They're homebred. They want to, when I go into a pet store, I'm like, look, I'm a business. You're a business too. But, I can't sell you shrimp to where you make 3 times the amount, because shrimp, you can't even import shrimp to where it's 3 times the amount. If I imported shrimp, I would literally have to give them to you, and you just give me the money back, and I would never make any money. So I tell them, look, you got to give me half. Half is fair. Because look, if I sell them to you, for $2 and you sell them for $5, what they're supposed to go for, then you're making the same amount. You're making more than I am, because, well, I mean, I'm making a full 250 because, they're free for me to breed. But think about it. I tell them, well, I got to pay for light. I got to pay for food. I got to pay, to run my air pump, electricity, all this stuff. I got, all this food. I say, you guys don't feed anything. That's why when you walk into a pet store, everything runs to the glass because you starve them, because you want people to look and go, oh my God, look at that. And they're like, oh, well, we got to pay rent on the building. We got to pay this and that. And I'm like, I didn't buy the building. I didn't tell you to buy the building. And they're like, well, with fresh water, we need to make 3 times what we pay. And I'm like, well, you're not making it off of me. But you can go into some pet stores and they'll be like, okay, store credit. But you got to tell them, look, I'll give it to you for store credit. But I don't want to store credit at full price of what you mark it up to, because now you're still making your 3 times the amount. So if a fish tank comes in and they buy it for 5 and they sell it for 15, now you're swapping your shrimp in for a $15 tank, and they're only going to give you, like, let's say if it's a $6 shrimp, they're going to give you $2 for it. For a $5 tank. So if you tell them, no, I'll give you cost. So you give them a $2 shrimp or a $5 shrimp for a $5 tank. So let him, sell the shrimp for what he wants, but don't take the hit, because that's what pet stores, that's what they want to do. They just want to walk all over you. And I understand they have bills, but that's the thing is, home breeders, they think, well, if you don't sell them to me, who are you going to sell them to? But now this thing's all over, you can sell online. I mean, it's been going on for years, but, until you get into it and become a breeder, you really don't know about it. But, everybody says support your pet stores right now. Well, yeah, support your pet stores. Well, what about me? You go in there right now, holy shit, you ain't going to get nothing. I mean, they'll give you credit, but, my guy who buys, he buys, lots of shrimp off me. He ain't bought shrimp off me in, 3 weeks, almost a month. And when I talked to him yesterday, he's like, I ain't sold a shrimp in a week. I'm like, okay. But don't let me come up to your store and see that you got a bunch of shrimp in your tank that you're buying from other people that sell me cheap. So that would not make me feel good. But yeah, so you gotta, play hardball. You can't just give them away, and that's what they're gonna want. Brian, blue bolts are somewhat neos. Why do you keep blue bolts in harder water? I mean, because there's Caridina tigers and stuff, that you can put in tap water. You just have to drip them. I've just never done it. I kept them in TDS 240. And they were thriving. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing I'm saying. When people say, hey, will my shrimp do good in here? I don't know. The only thing you can do is try. See, and that's what I'm saying. 240. What was your GH? What was your GH and KH? Do you know? I have like 7 or more. 7-2. Wow. Gotcha. I want to get some blue dreams. Yeah, I got tons of blue dreams, cat. Pumpkin King. So tigers can be kept in neo water parameters? Oh, yeah. Just drip them. I keep them in RO, so you just take your time. There's no hurry on how fast you got to drip them in. Take 3 hours. Take 5 hours. It don't matter. Longer the better. That you drip them. That way, you're not shocking anything. But some people, they just dump them right in. Uh, there's not really. I don't mean that, but let's say the shrimp come in and you have your container right here is the water that they come in. Well, then they'll take something and they'll get water out of the tank that they're going in and they'll fill it up the same amount of water that's in here. And then they'll do it again. And then once that's done, then they take them out and put them in the tank. I know people that do that, and I've done it myself. My guy at the pet store, not gonna lie, he runs a pet store. He doesn't have time. I'll drip him in, but if I'm in a hurry, he literally will go over there. He leaves them on top of the tanks for hours, so the water temperature will get up to, because it's in his store. It's like 84, 82, 84, and when I bring them in, they're from here they're like 64, 66. So he'll let them warm up, but he'll dump them right into a net. Come over and he turns it upside down, drops them in there, shakes a little bit. They go in there and nothing dies. Nothing. But that's not. He doesn't put. He doesn't put tigers in Neo water, but he just puts. He doesn't really drip acclimate anything. That's going from Neo water to Neo water. He just dumps it right in. He just makes sure the temperature's there. I heard one variant I have are Red Riding Hoods. Red really? I have like 7 or more variants of. Yeah, I have Red Rillies. The Red Riding Hoods have the clear body with just the red head. Little Red Riding Hoods. Yeah. Or see some people. See, I don't like some people are changing their name. They're call him Santa Claus, where they're not freaking Santa Claus, because the was it super crystals or super red crystals or whatever. They have the white tips on the tail, and then they have the hat. And those are Santa Claus. But people are just naming them whatever and saying, "Hey, this is what I got." These super. No, they're not. Yeah, just try. Yeah. I agree. I don't have an issue with telling somebody just to try it. Yeah, try it. Put it, but start out with, you know, yeah, I mean, if you start out and let's say you don't want to do RO and you get shrimp out of an RO, get distilled water, make some RO, and then every time you do a top it off with tap water, or tap water diluted with distilled water, and ease them into it, and then Fish Tropic saying, you can have them in. People do stuff all the time. That's what I'm saying. I know people all the time. I've heard people ask, "Oh, hey, do you got this?" And I know guys that sell shrimp too, and they're like, "Oh, Blue Dreams raised in RO water," and it's like, why would you do that? Okay, but I don't know. Maybe some people want Neocaridina that were raised in RO water. I don't know. Pumpkin King, you're always teaching us. Well, like I say, I don't ever try to tap myself on the back, because it's like, look, Fish Tropic, he's got a lot of good pointers. Everyone that comes in here a lot of time, I mean, unless they're cat, and don't have shrimp yet. Can't believe it. But I'm just kidding. There's people that have pointers, but it's like I say, I try to do everything myself. So if Fish Trap said, yeah, I keep him in that, then, maybe at some time I'm going to, I'll try taking one and seeing if I can get it over to a Neotank. If it works, then I can say, well, I'll tell you right now, one thing that's guaranteed is Lucas Brett's LRB. Um, he always says, "Oh yeah, I don't use oxygen. I don't do nothing. No filter, no nothing." So I wanted to call him out on it. Well, not literally call him out on it, but I wanted to see if he was lying about it. And I put a whole colony, probably 100 and some black roses. Actually, that black rose colony right there, I had them in a 5-gallon tank for probably 8 months. No filter, no air, nothing. I just changed water once a week in a 5-gallon. I would like a cup, big cup, stick it in there, dump it out, put a fresh cup of tap water in there. But other than that, 8 months, no filter, no oxygen, no nothing. That's how I know when I ship shrimp. I don't have to. They don't have to be in a breather bag. They don't have to have oxygen in the bag. I mean, if they're going to be in a bag for, let's say, a week, maybe. But I mean, I had them in a 5-gallon tank for 8 months and never put air in it one time. So LRB knows what he's talking about. That guy ain't full of crap. I give him his props. That's what I'm saying. I don't talk trash about anybody. If I don't respect somebody or don't like what they say, then I keep it to myself. But if you do stuff and I try it and it works, I'll say it because it's somebody else. Doesn't have to worry about if they want. Like I put them in the big, huge iced tea jars with the handle. I put shrimp in those, and put I put Caridina tangerine tigers in them and stuff, and then put plants in it. My buddy's got one at the store. He bought it off me, the big jar, 10 tangerine tigers, big jar. All it is like $150, and I paid $3 for the jar at a flea market. And he took it, put a big plant in the top of it, so the plant, he has it right on the counter at his store. He'll sell the whole thing, but he has it on there. It's all people do. Ask all the time. He's got the big plant growing out of it. When he wants to do water changes, he pulls the tap down like he's getting a glass of tea, fills it up, dumps it out, puts brand new stuff in the top. You don't have to use a hose or nothing. But I thought it was cool, But that's what I'm saying. You can put them in a little glass. It's like I have little glass containers with screw on tops. I get it at the dollar store. So, like, if I go to a store or somebody wants to see my shrimp, and they're not, they haven't said exactly that they're going to buy, and I want to show them my quality, I'll take them in those glass jars, and I pack them the day before and put the lids on them. And like I learned, shrimp are way stronger than people think they are. They just don't like swings. They don't like a swing in the water. Temperature goes slow, but they don't like to go up, especially up. Down, it's okay, but up, TDS and stuff. I mean, I've taken tanks that had low GH and stuff, and I'll sprinkle, just a little bit, and come back next day and sprinkle a little more, or I'll do it in my Neo tanks. 15-gallon, a little bit, you're sprinkling it in there over a week's time just to help raise it up a little bit to, so they enjoy it better instead of going, oh my gosh, the hardness of this water isn't where I want it. Like I said, my tap water is only 102. So I don't go put a whole, I'll just put a little in there, and I got those little mineral balls and stuff. I think those are I think they're a fluke. I think they're a facade. They're they're fake. I'm not saying they're not minerals, but they sure in the hell they don't dissolve. They don't do anything. It's not like a piece of cuttlebone or something, but in my opinion, it's just, it's kind of like all these little shrimp trays. All these little shrimp trays I bought. I mean, they're cool. If you scape a tank, it's cool. If you're never going to have babies, it's fine. Because feeding adults is, it's the easy part. But feeding babies in a tank full of adults, that's the hard part. That's where people say, well, how come so many of my shrimp are staying so small and so many are so big. Well, it's because it's uh, who's strong and who's weak. The strong ones will survive. That's always been a motto. So what you have to do is that's when you start breaking the food up into powder and it goes everywhere. Now no one can hoard the food. No one can shove the little guys around. And then they all grow up big at the same time. But you really don't hear anybody say that. They're like, here, see this big chunk of food? Throw it in there. Put it in that tray and it'll be a million of them like this. While all the little ones are sitting out here going, what the hell? And then they grow up at different speeds and stuff. So that's why I took trays out. I'll sell them to you. You guys want trays? No problem. But I just don't. And then I saw somebody, they had the tray up on the side of the way up here, like having a handle, hold it like a 3D, like my 3D ledges, and it's sitting on that, and it's got a little lip on it, holds it. I'm like, so the shrimp come all the way up, come way up here to go eat in a train. They're like, yeah, you can train them. I'm like, it's not a dog. I mean, but it's it's look what people do with cats and little itty bitty animals, and people like rats and stuff. So I mean, they'll do anything, I guess. But I heard one variant I have or read, that's okay. Just mean stocks will grow. Yeah. Yes, I do keep blue bolts. That's cool. That's why I say all the time, just try. I'm sorry, I don't scroll this down. I just get talking so much. I don't say such a cool day. I got 2 freaking donations. I'm sitting here looking at it and go, woo, they're all lit up green. That's so cool. I can't say thank you enough. That's just, I got the coolest shrimp fam there is. But I put shrimp in coffee glass jars. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I had blue velvet, snowballs, and cherry reds. Did I read that already? It's interesting to see who does what. Oh, yeah. No, okay, I didn't read that. Oh, wait. Did I skip a bunch? It jumps. What do you charge for Blue Dreams? $5. Everyone else charges $6. I charge $5. Poseidon's Pets was in here yesterday saying that I shouldn't sell my stuff cheaper because that's how, and it does. That's how it drops the market on shrimp. Understandable, but I don't know. That's why I always say I have a soft spot for people that want the shrimp. Because look, I paid full price when I got them, and they, so like the babies, I mean, yeah, like I say, I paid for the electricity and stuff, but what's $1? I like to make people smile, not, make them go, ugh. But people still try to squeeze me when I give them a good deal. If I sell you a $5 shrimp or a $6 shrimp for $3-4, and they still ask for a bigger deal, it's like, look, I just cut the price like in half. But yeah, $5. But yeah, beside Pets, he's like, oh, you shouldn't do that. It drops. I totally understand that. But look at all these importers that are on the Band app and all that stuff. You can go on there and you can get it. You might get lucky and get an auction and bid on 10 shrimp, and starting bid might be $10 and you bid $10 and it's a bad time and no one's on there and you're the winner. So you just got 10 shrimp for $10. And they do it all day long because they buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shrimp and they just put them on there, auction, and they flood it. And then now you don't, people are just, and then you see like all these people, like there's this one guy on there, he's an older guy, but won't say his name, but he's buy. You see him for months buying, and all of a sudden, bam, it kind of stops. And then all of a sudden, bam, now he's on the auction selling shrimp. And it's like, you just spent thousands of dollars on this auction site, and now you're selling, all these shrimp, and you haven't culled them. You're breeding them. You haven't culled them. You haven't worked on the line or anything. You just turn around, and the minute they start having babies, you're starting to sell them. People get that addiction, and they see it's kind of like going to the casino and putting a quarter in the slots, and somebody hits. Then somebody walks up and says, "Son of a bitch! All they did was put 3 quarters in," and then 8 hours later, they're still putting quarters in, or they're on the dollar machine now because they think it'll happen to them, and it's like you can't. Things don't come that simple. It's just once in a while somebody gets lucky. But yeah, they'll buy thousands of dollars, turn around and start selling them. It's like you're just selling anything. You can't do that. You have to call the shrimp. They don't all come out perfect. Nice slow drip. Yep, that's for your new hashtag. Yeah, hashtag slow drip. I should put that on one of my new T-shirts. Slow drip, baby. How do you like your coffee? Slow drip. Remember Sanka? God, that shows how old I am. Remember, is that stuff had come in the jar and it was dry? You make hot water, and then my grandmother used to drink that. God, that's back in 70s, 80s. She'd stick her spoon in there and shake it, dump it in like lukewarm water, sink water. It'd come out warm. She was old. She'd just sit there and stir it up. I'm like, Grandma, it's not even hot. Oh, that's hot. Sanka. Ugh. Dripping to the bank. Yes. LOL. Santa Claus. Yep. I say, Mommy, kiss it, Santa Claus. What did you say? Yeah, we got that. I skipped a bunch. You said it or her day if you get the shit from water that is hard. Keep them in it. Hey, NGO's Blue Dream. 72 160. Yeah, we all got knowledge. Yes, we do. It's interesting to see who does what. Captain Savage, blue velvet, snowballs, cherry reds. So you have clear, clear, and clear. Yeah, you need to put some dark colors in there. If you call those snowballs, in my opinion, you never have to call. They do have a red every once in a while. A snowball will have a red baby, so you'll have to take those out. But that's once in a blue moon. You call your cherries and your blue velvets and start getting them darker. Yeah, you'll be good. See, God, I hate it when it jumps like that. I did. Oh, Lisa! Lisa's back. Man, Lisa's coming in late. Lisa's up at almost 1. I put shrimp in coffee jars. Yeah, I read that right. I have somewhat hard water, but I always buffer with crushed coral. Yeah, that's cool. I want to do some crushed. I like to do a crushed coral tank with shrimp. So what I was thinking, my buddy lives over in Hawaii. I was thinking of calling him and asking him to send me some of those God, they live for 20 years. They're red ape ule. Apa ule. Yeah, you don't even have to, don't even feed them. You just leave them in a tank. I think they say, feed them once a month. But it's just they eat everything in a tank, and there could be, 2,000 or something. Let's say 1,000 shrimp in a 10-gallon tank. It's perfect. Yeah, it's crazy. Lisa did. I did finally got this water right. ppm 150, and just found a baby shrimp in the tank. Ah, babies. Who said baby shrimp? I even used the orange juice jug. No, you don't. You can't even see through an orange juice jug. Or do you got clear jugs? Oh, shit. Your shrimp smell like oranges. It's great, Lisa. Yes, it is. See what you get when you see fruits of your labor. Yeah, I don't know why your stuff ain't there, Lisa. But with this virus, that you're the only one ever since the virus stuff that they said that it's not there on time. I agree. I bought a tray and then thought about it, so I'm probably not going to use it. I bought a tray. A tray. Oh, for feeding. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, no, no. But when the shrimp come, don't feed them for like 3 days. As much as you want to be mommy, just don't. Oh wait, what did you get? You got green jades. Wait a day and a half. Yeah, because they want to get used to the tank and see what's in there. I mean, if you got some kind of powder or something, go ahead up back to AE or something. That'll work. How do you donate? I don't know. Click on it. I don't know on your end, but it's PayPal. It goes right to my PayPal. I'm not sure. Like I said, I set it up, but I'm not sure on your end how it does it. I like those edge corner lifters for plants and moss. Edge corners lifters. What, like a 3D thing? Edge corners lifters. I'm not sure. He is right. Discount for people that show up to your lives online full price. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you show up on my show, yeah, I can give you discounts. Yeah, online full price. Well, if I'm almost positive, yeah, Lisa, she got down because she contacted me and said, "Hey, I want some shrimp." I said, "Okay." And she said, I think she said something like, "I need a couple days or something." I was like, "All right." Well, then I think it was like the next day was Easter Sunday. And I told my wife, I was like, oh, crap. I said, let me hurry up and go upload something saying that I'll, take 25% off all the shrimp. She messaged me right away. Hey, I need 10 shrimp. I was like, she's like, with that discount. I was like, you saw that, huh? So, that's why I try to tell people, you pay attention. I'll do the stuff all the time. But yeah, that's cool. Excuse me. If you come to the live streams, yeah, you can get a discount, and if not, online is full price. Fish Tropic, Jesus, man, Cappy, help him set up a site. Ooh, Captain Savage is gonna do it. I'll do my best. I need more power. It's tea time. Tea. Are you a golfer? Or are you thirsty? Yes, remember Sanka. Yes, yeah. Grandma used to drink it. I'm big on that. I'm big on the family thing. I remember things that, a lot of people wouldn't. It's like little things my grandmother did. She lived till she was 90 and chose to stop eating because she didn't want to live anymore. I mean, she was 90. She didn't just, she fell, broke her hip twice, got pneumonia twice, beat it all, and they didn't want to let her live by herself in the senior living anymore, or assisted living. They said, no, you got to stay here. And she said, yeah, no, I don't. So she quit eating, and yeah, she died like 2 weeks later. She was only like 86 pounds, so it was easy. Taking care of my boy in the day and the shrimp at night. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's everything that makes you happy, and, we have to de-stress, taking care of kids is stressful, especially if, we have to help them out a little more. But the thing is it doesn't matter how much we have to help our kids. It's, I don't know. I'd probably cut a part of my finger off every day if I had to for my kid for the rest of my life and go through that pain every single day. But if I could, stare at my shrimp tanks all night. I mean, it'd make up for it. You got to de-stress. You gotta let your brain relax. And that's why people like drink alcohol. That don't drink it just as to have fun, but they drink it to so they don't have certain thoughts anymore. They're sad thoughts or whatever. So yeah, gotta do your shrimp at night. Oof, gotta get it in. Lisa, does your boy like shrimp? Does he have a favorite cut? He's probably sleeping by now, so you can't ask him. But ask him. Oh, wait a minute. You told. Wait, see, is he? Did you say he liked the blues? But then I was questioning the fact of why you switched from blues to green jades. So does he like the green jades? Because I don't think that you would switch and not get the blues if he asked for it and then get green jades because you wanted them. I think you'll get what your son wants, so he must like green jades. It's in the description of the video. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably just like when you pay for something. Yeah, Kesef, more light, Fifth Element. I got it. I know that, right? Unfortunately, I don't drink, but I smoke. Hey, it's all good in the hood. Do it. Hey, look, my buddy. Yes, he said he wanted the green jades. Yeah, figured that. I have a friend. I won't say who, but well, he says he's stopping, but he has a drug habit. I didn't know it till it was brought to my attention. Um, but he admitted to me that he drank a lot before, and I told him, I said, "Look, I don't care what you do. If you don't, uh, uh, if you don't threaten my life, my kid's life, or my wife's life with what you do as an extracurricular, I don't care what you do. If I don't have to worry about their safety, I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. I don't care." I said, the only thing I don't like is that I know that you do it and I feel bad that you do it. And that's when, I talked to him a few times and he said that he's giving it up. He ain't doing it no more. So, it's cigs. He's smoking cigs. All right, let's see if you're like me, Lisa. Newports. You smoke Newports. You're not a Marlboro girl. I bet you smoke Newports. Maverick Mental. Pumpkin King. I can. I can what? What do you mean, Pumpkin King? I can what? I got. Unfortunately, I don't drink, but I smoke. I tried it as a teenager, but I don't like it. Oh yeah, I used to do it as a kid too. Trying to fit in, thought it was cool, but like it used to enhance. Like if I had a headache or something, it'd make it 10 times worse. So I hated it. I was like this, but now they say the new stuff is like the cat's meow. My neighbors, their kid grows it, and but there's like carpenters that work with me that like I know one guy, guy I know, he's like, at all I have to be in control. Yeah, right. I gotcha. But my one carpenter buddy, he sells it. I think he said he grows it. I don't think he might sell it for somebody else. I don't know, but he like drives around with it in his car, and he has these big glass containers with like the vacuum top, and he keeps them in the trunk of his car up against the back seat, and then he's got like probably $2,000 worth of carpenter's tools in there. Like, what do you keep it in there for? He's like, what cop is going to dig through all that shit if I get pulled over? I was like, good idea. I can't wait to see your price list. That way I can see how broke I will be. By the way, if you need any bread products, let me know. I got you. Bread products. Bread products. Do you work for Wonder? Boy, look at that. I got a guy that hooked me up on some bread. Some bread products. Are they Benjamins? What presidents are they? What was that? There's a new thing on YouTube I saw where these sure do. Oh, really? For Wonder. There's a thing on YouTube where some guys, they go all over, but they've been in Detroit, and they go and ask. Too funny. They ask like homeless guys these questions. Like the first question they give $1, second question they give $1. You know, if they get it wrong, they lose the money. Blah blah blah. Some people were saying that it was that they were making fun of them, but you know they're giving them money. Like a question would be $5 and $10. These people are homeless, you know. Yeah, they're doing it to the show, but they're giving them money. And anyways, he asked them, uh, like, oh, they asked him, they show him George Washington. They're like, was he the 56th president or the 64th president? And they'd say 56. Nope, you're wrong. You're wrong. He's the 64th president. I'm like, who comes up with this stuff? Then they're like, Barack Obama. What was Barack Obama's last name? He's sitting there, Barack Obama, Barack Obama. Yeah, what's his last name? Barack Obama, Barack Obama, Barack Obama. And it's, you know, it's just a part of the show that's funny. So, yeah, it's so I see how broke I'll be. It's how broke you'll be. Whatever, dude. You are not broke. Flowers Bakery. We make all nature's own and Sunbeam Wonder, basically all bread, but no Sara Lee. Lisa, yes, I see those videos. This Tropic, what type of rack is that? It's a manly rack. They are, hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. Gotta wait for my Home Depot to load up and I'll show it to you. I think they're, I don't want to lie to you. Hold on. All right, it's not the Gladiator. It is, well, it's not, unless they, hold on. They might have changed it. Hold on. Available in store today. And then you want to wait. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's not wood. Husky. There it is. Home Depot Husky. You got to punch in garage storage. Here it is. Oh, they still got. I think it's $10 more than what I paid. $149.99. Let me see if I can get any closer, so you can get like the size and everything. And it's in aisle 44, in case you need to know. And they have 5 in stock. I'll let them know you're coming. I have a business account there. Punch in my phone number. I get all those points. Yeah, really nice. Now the wood, get the wood because the metal grating on there, you know, there's like these pieces that the tanks where they sit, it'll cock it. Now I just bought this wood at Home Depot too. It's already cut 24. They're 24 by 48, and I just put one on and then cut it off, and then put another full one up here, and then the piece that I cut to make that small piece, I cut another. So it's one, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 pieces covered this. And I got the plywood. I was going to get the real smooth stuff that looks sweet, but I was like, well, if water stains get on it, you'll see. The plywood's got the design on it and everything. So, if water hits it or if there's a piece of food that you really can't tell, it's kind of like, dropping something dark on a black floor. You really won't see it until you step on it. So, but yeah, I see a lot of people having little skinny racks, and I'm like, I'd scare the crap out of me. I know I'd go to bed and I'd wake up and it'd just start falling apart. With 3 dogs too, they'd start jumping. Kids, ugh. I don't want to clean up that mess. I can't wait. Sure do wonder. Yes, I see this. So how you get Flowers Bakery? How you gonna get me stuff? Oh, my buddy goes to one of the big bakery. I don't. They make donut, everything. Hostess, I think it is, and it's like once every couple months or something, and they're allowed to fill up the back of the pickup truck, the length of the bed to the very top edge, fill it all the way up, and they can take it to the homeless shelters and stuff, and they can keep what they want. So he always calls me, and he brings tons of stuff over for Luke, and then we give it away. But it's like Danishes and stuff that are like a day past the expiration date. Nothing's wrong with them because they put battery acid in that stuff, so it doesn't ever go bad. So that's why if it's really bad, like let's say it's a year old and you eat it, it's got that funky taste to it, but it won't make you sick because that battery acid, it's good stuff. Or whatever's in it, cyanide or something. But yeah, how you going to get it to me? That'd be expensive. Or are you going to call over here and tell them I'm coming to pick it up? What type of rack is it? Oh, I already asked you. I'm a triple E, D, triple E, no wood. There's a guy that brings them food and blankets and interviews in Detroit and California. There's a guy that brings them food and blankets and interviews in Detroit and California. Interviews. There's a guy that brings homeless? Fish Tropic, Uline. Really? It's a husky. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's Now you get the Gladiator. Holy hell! Now here's the other thing. I'm in a basement. My house is, it's 12. I'm in a ranch, so it's long. And I have a 2-car garage out of 2.5, almost 3-car garage out of center block that sits way back. But so it's 1,200 square feet up and it's 1,200 square feet down. And the thing is like down here, it's like the whole upstairs. It's like a whole nother house down here. And now where was I going with that? The height of, now they have even the Husky comes the 4th shelf, but these are like, I don't know. I don't have a tape measure here anymore. What do I do with it? So anyways, if I put that 4th shelf up there, I'd probably just barely get a tank in there. It's so close to the ceiling. So if you have the room to do it, do it. Because I know a guy that did his whole shrimp room in the 4 rack, but he don't use the 4th rack. But the thing is, you could store stuff up there. So for the price, I mean, you don't even have to. Because see, the one thing I don't like about this that I should have done is got the bigger rack, but it costs more. But then I could have lifted this bottom shelf off of the ground, and I could have started maybe a foot off the floor. So when I do, and that, I could vacuum under it and clean under it and everything and, do all that stuff. But Uh, I got about 2 inches under it right now, so I can vacuum under it. I can get a broom under there, or air hose and blow it all out this way and vacuum it, so it can be clean. But if I would have thought about it a little more, I could have got the 4 rack and lifted everything up off the floor and had everything higher. But I mean, when I stand up, this is perfect for me. I can literally like look over like this. So anything higher, and I would literally have to, even as tall as I am, I'd have to get a step stool to get up and get in there. So those are two things you got to take in consideration. What do you want to do? I mean, do you want to sit on a roller chair and do your bottom rack, or do you want to stand on a step stool to get up to the top rack? So, but yeah, they're cheap and they're strong, real strong. It's got the center brace. You got a bolt on each side. And but see here, the two racks, they got the ends. So there's 4 ends. Well, this gap right here, the way it was made, 4 ends would have been so tight I would have had to like kick it in, and I was afraid of hurting the drywall. So all I did is I connected them. So both racks are connected to the same centerpiece. So they just come together because you can do that. You can connect them as you go. So I have the other rack. I think it's in the storage room. So there's only three centers here. There's one on each and one in the middle. So the fourth one, I don't even use it to bring it in a little tighter, so you can fit it in. But they don't like sell extra pieces. That's the bad part. Is like, okay, I have another end. Can I just go buy all the horizontal pieces? I don't think so. Can you put enamel on plywood? Uh, yeah, I don't see why not. I don't think it would crack. Um, what are you trying to waterproof it? If it was me, I would probably, like a polyurethane. Plus, it'd be like a stain. You could stain it really dark and it would waterproof it like that. I mean, unless you're going to do it like black, but I'm sure you could get, some super, super dark, black stain. But like I say, like a shellac or something, do it outside, roll it on with a paint roller and let it sit out there for a few days, and cure all the way through and then bring it in, do it that way. But yeah, I think enamel would be fine. I don't even think you'd need more than one coat if you put it on kind of heavy, let it soak in really good. I'll mail it to you. Yeah, Hostess ketchup chips. Yeah, I've heard of those. Yeah, mail it to you. Yeah, I can only imagine what that'll cost. Everybody's got all these good ideas, but it'd be like 30. Man, you know how much shrimp is to get mailed? Holy hell. Like when I did my thing for, was it the month of April? And I imported those shrimp. Holy crap. He didn't even charge me shipping. I took I think I might have broke even. I still have a couple shrimp left out of that, but uh, I think I might have broke even, but he just asked me the other day, he's like, hey, did I ever make you pay shipping on that? I was like, no. And because it was a lot, it was like a 40-pound box, and I think he said it was 100 and some dollars. He's like, oh, well, we'll just clean the slate. And if you get more, like I want to order the Onyx, Luke wants the Onyx. So I'm going to order probably, I don't know, 40 of those or something. Because my buddy, what he likes to do, he wants my Tangerine Tigers all the time. So he'll call me up, be like, hey, send me 100 Tangerine Tigers or 50. And then I just turn around and swap them. So I'll be like, all right, send me 50 of this, I'll send you 50 of them. Because they're homebred and they're U.S. bred. So he says that he has customers that like that. He won't tell them to call to call me and order them, but he'll have me send them to him, and then he'll deal with them like that. So, but yeah, we also make Tasty Cake and Mrs. Freshly Cakes. I don't understand. How do you not weigh 600 pounds? I've seen pictures of you. You're a big dude, but you're not overweight, and nobody in your family's overweight. How do you work that job? Holy hell. I would have 9 chins. I have this chin because my wife is the most incredible cook I've ever. You give that girl a bucket of dirt, and she'll come out with biscuits and gravy. And she's incredible. I mean, she's too good. I don't deserve her. She's too good for me. She treats me really, really good. But if I worked at your job, I'd have to buy a bus for a car just so I could drive to work every day. I'm a sweets guy. Yeah, I like uh, um, Oreos. I used to be an ice cream guy. I'll eat ice cream once in a while, but I like Nutty Bars. I like stuff that's thick like that. Cookies. I like cookies. I used to like was the peanut cookies. They look like a peanut. I like the old style stuff. What are those? The cookies that are long and they're like crispy. Somebody else in here will know. I mean, you might know, but they're thin. They're like some are red, white, pink, blue. And they have um, they have that design to them, but they're real crispy when you eat them, and the inside is like just a sugar stuff. But it was from when I was a kid, Oreo ice cream. Yeah, but it was all stuff from when I was a kid. That stuff was really, really good. Uh, God, I can't think of what they were. Sugar, not thin mints. I can't think of it. But yeah, Pete Freen's fruit filled cookie. I don't know what the hell that is. That sounds like freaking shrimp food. Christmas cookies. Yeah, Christmas cookies are right. I mean, the tubs and stuff. Some of them are real sweet, creamy. I eat them all day long. That shit's nasty for me, boy. Shit. Mm-mm. That's what I'm saying. My wife made I don't know. She orders this potato soup stuff because I like potatoes. And I really like potato soup. She orders this shit. Oh my god, she gets one bowl and I eat the rest. She gets it for me like once a month or something. She's like, "Hey, I made the soup." She made it yesterday with, I think it was yesterday or the day before with cheese. She got the one with cheese in it. Christmas cookies. Yeah, it's not Christmas cookies. What I'm talking about. Those soft cookies with fruit in them. Oh, what are them cookies? Yeah, the cookies. They're like white or like a tannish, and then they had that jelly, that little squirt of jelly right on the top. Remember those? Those were old. Those were back when you were a kid and stuff. Soft chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, 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 yeah. Italian cookies and cannolis. Uh oh. Yeah, we're doing a little. Was that some New York or something? Cannolis. That's Italian. Yeah, Italian. I grew up. My mother used to. My wife gets cannolis, but angel wings. Are they called angel wings? They're like that cookie with the sugar shook all over them. It's real. All right, I'm gonna tell you one thing, you guys. And look, if you get addicted to it, it's not my fault. Make homemade peanut butter cookies. Yeah. This is it. Hot cocoa. Okay, you ready? And you take a Snickers bar and you put it in there, and you heat that sucker up, and you just keep stirring it up out of the microwave until it all melts. And then you go sit on the couch and drink that. Hot cocoa with a melted Snickers in it. Mm. Woo! So yummy. Cream puffs, yeah, cream puffs. What's on? They're just talking about them on the news. Those little bunny rabbits or something. Those little foamy rabbits or whatever those things. Yeah, I haven't seen cream puffs in a while. Raspberry filled yum. Yes. What about you guys know Punskis? You guys know Polish cream filled donuts with jelly and stuff? Punskis Fat Tuesday. I'm adopted, so I was adopted by a Polish family, and so I grew up on Polish food my whole life. But yeah, Punskis. Oh, Henry peanut butter bits. Yeah. Oh, Henry. That's a big name. I don't even know. Do they even make that anymore? That's his Captain Savage Aquatics. Peeps. There it is. Peeps. Where you been, Cat? Yep. Peeps. Peep. Peep. Yep. Peeps. I never had a problem with them. I'd eat them. I mean, but they're like, oh, you know, aren't grocery store to frozen food. Choclairs. Chocolate eclairs. That's what we need to do. Oh, how about the cider mill? You guys ever go to the cider mill? You got a cider mill in Canada and stuff? You ever go to the cider mill and get the donuts and get apple cider and all that stuff? Do they have that stuff there? Those donuts are to die for. And then they have the taffy and all that stuff. That's classic. Had to take my dog out. I just got the kids' peeps for Easter. Do they hate you now? That's why you're getting shrimp because your son's angry with you. Yeah, Ciderville. Yeah, they're the best, dude. I mean, go in there and smell those hot donuts and apple cider and stuff. Apple fritter pancakes. Hey, you know what my father used to do? You can go to the store and you buy uh, muffin mix, like Pillsbury or something. I don't know. It's a blue and white box. But anyways, it's muffin mix. You can get like blueberry, cinnamon, all this stuff. Well, my father used to take that and he'd put it in pancake mix, and he'd mix that all up, and so you'd have pancakes with that muffin stuff. Oh my God. He used to make like dollar pancakes for us, before we go to school. I'd eat like 15 of them, and it was like I couldn't believe the stuff that he put in there. It was incredible. We have the Apple Festival here, and it's crazy. Oh yeah, my granddaughter was bouncing. She she got peeps all in her pockets and stuff, and yeah, coming out under her hat, coming out her gloves and stuff. That's funny. One in her shoe, in the toe of her shoe. She's taking some home to make sure she has some. Apple Festival. Oh yeah, I could only imagine. That'd be cool. They got a cherry festival up north. They got cherry. I don't even know if you can get cherries. It's just a festival, cherry festival, tip up town. Yeah, we got around here by me that we got like strawberry fields, strawberry farms, blueberry farms. Where you can go pick. We got fish farms where you can go fish and take the kids, and it's like $10 a fish or whatever. You keep them. Big trout farms and stuff. We had an Easter egg hunt at my house. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, we did it inside here for Luke. Luke's birthday was the other day, so it was the 10th. So he had his birthday indoors, Easter indoors. I feel bad for the kid, but that's I might have to cut this short and go up there and go hang out with him. He's been up there. I don't know why he hasn't come back down here and hung out. I need a mulberry tree. Oh, look, Pumpkin King. Mulberry seed. Oh, no, not mulberry. I'm sorry. This is Indian almond leaf. Sorry. Catappa leaf. Yeah, I got mulberry tree in the front of my house, black mulberry. I have black mulberry trees in my backyard, but they're on my neighbor's property, but right at the fence. So they grow in my yard, so I just sit there and pick his leaves all day long. I don't think he cares. A new guy just bought the house, an older guy. So, all right, everybody. Look, I don't mean to cut this short. I am not tired, but I want to go spend some time with my boy and my wife, and I got to take a shower and stuff like that. So I want to tell everybody thank you so much for hanging out with me again. I mean, this is just like the coolest stuff in the world. And Pumpkin King, you actually hung out this time. Fish Tropic, you just make me laugh my butt off. Captain Savage, Cap. Uh, yeah, whatever. If you can help me out, maybe we can do some shrimpy stuff. Get me up and going here. But yeah, good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry about all the problems I had earlier, but look at now I haven't dropped anything since we've been on here for 2 hours and 45 minutes without a hiccup. So, but all right, everybody. Good night, and maybe we'll see you again tomorrow night. So keep an eye out around 7:30. All right. Peace. Be good. Stay shrimpy, guys. All right.